A dark pulse washes over the entirety of the arena. Even though you guys are not hit by it, you and the audience feel that dark energy in the bottom of your gut just immediately.
I feel like somehow that powered up Vermilion. I don't know how.
Vermilion is just like, yes. They're just there like, I'm
Vermilion
more
starts
powerful.
glowing.
Welcome to the Indigo League, where trainers grow and bond with their Pokemon to become the very best and prove themselves unbeatable.
We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fall, because we are unbeatable.
Welcome to the world of Pokemon, and thank you for joining us on another episode of Unbeatable, a Kanto journey. Last time, our trainers had the exciting experience of Coryne going up for her first ever gym battle, and of course, the first ever gym battle that has happened on this show. Coryne and her Squirtle, Myrtle, went up against Gym Leader Silver, the Dark-type gym leader of the Viridian City Gym, and his Houndour. There was an intense battle, but after a quick combo of stun-locking the Houndour very early on, Myrtle and Coryne came out victorious, and everyone began to prepare for the next gym battle to happen just a little bit later, where Gavin goes up for his debut battle against Silver himself as well. Gavin, obviously very nervous and actually working through some things as he's still a little in a dark place from an event that happened a few episodes ago where his Staravia, Ava, almost accidentally killed a Beedrill in battle. After talking things through with Ava and really feeling better about where he was, everybody headed to the gym and he got ready to have his first ever battle with Gym Leader Silver. So, real quick, as we set the stage, remember, we are all in the Viridian City Gym, this large, open, darkened warehouse with sets of bleachers and this, like, dusty, ashy sand in the center of it, and this massive pit that makes the battlefield. But unlike in Corinne's battle, the bleachers are all full for this fight. And up in the bleachers right now is our guest, Vermilion, who has been hyping people up, as to say, in the best way that they can. Unfortunately, they're a bit shy. But also there are Seth and Coryne. What does it look like as you guys are getting ready for Gavin's fight? You can see Gavin and Silver both have their Pokemon out. They're getting ready to start. What does it look like?
I think we're each saying whatever our sign says as we hold it and being like, go, Gavin, go, go. Oh, it just sounds like go-go, basically.
For sure. I feel like every so often Myrtle has like anxious, excited energy and is like also shouting in the best way that she can, but like every time she shouts, a little bit of water comes out of her mouth because she's too excited and she's like trying to hold it back.
You definitely get like a little bit of mist on the people like directly in front of you.
Like those water cannons you have at like the
splash zone.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And in this moment, what are you guys feeling? We'll go ahead and start with Seth, and then we'll go to Coryne. Seth, what are you feeling at this moment, kind of watching your friend Gavin, who you've only known for maybe a week at this point, getting ready for his first battle? You know there's a lot riding him on this. There's a lot of expectation. What's going on in your brain?
I feel like I'm pretty excited to see him take this Pokemon on and do this battle. I've seen him just decimate another battle, so I don't think this will be anything that he can't do necessarily. But I know that he's got like a lot of nerves going on this battle, so I'm hoping that doesn't get the best of him and he just knocks it out, no pressure.
Coryne, how are you feeling?
Coryne is just nervous about Gavin's mental. She's really worried. Like, she has confidence in him, and that was definitely kind of instilled in her by Vermilion, who was like, no, I invited everyone here because I'm sure he's gonna win. Like, that's the whole point. So that really like bolstered Corinne's confidence in Gavin, but she's really nervous of what it's gonna do to him if he doesn't. So
if he doesn't make it.
To help, as soon as the battle starts, Coryne is gonna whip out her phone and she knows everything is recorded, but she's gonna record all of the really cool bits, and she's gonna put together her own like highlight reel of all the cool shit that like only Gavin and his Pokemon are doing.
Absolutely. And as the two of you are kind of hyping up, you know, Seth already mentioned that you guys are like, go, Gavin, go, with your signs. Coryne, you've got your phone in the one hand and or your Pokegear in one hand and the sign in the other
Let's have
hand.
Myrtle start recording.
Myrtle's got the camera. Myrtle gets the close-ups. Yeah, 100%.
Water damage.
No!
But you guys are getting ready as kind of we move into the actual battle, and the kind of cheering and everything of the crowd begins to kind of dull out and deafen, and our vision tunnels a bit more. Gavin, at this point, you've just had this very epic moment where you still have your hand raised, where you've just caught your Pokeball, and your Nidoran Prince has screamed onto the battlefield, his little claws digging into the dirt. And you look across, and your heart it's really hard to ignore the kind of sinking feeling in your gut as your Pokedex has just read off the name of the Pokemon standing in front of Silver himself. Is this silver and red, sharp-bladed Pokemon called Pawniard. And the description it gave you of a Pokemon whose entire body is comprised of blades is really terrifying for your Pokemon whose entire body is comprised of poison spines.
Can't say it's not fair.
Yeah, how are you feeling right now?
I put a lot of myself into Gavin, and I can speak to the kind of situation that he's in because I've done fencing. So I've been in it's almost a very similar situation where you've got all of these thoughts in your head going up to the piece, and then as soon as they call fence, your mind just goes blank, and you're just nothing but in the moment.
Okay.
So I think Gavin is head empty, no thoughts except battling right now.
100%. And as that kind of runs through you, Silver has just said, "Then let's begin." And as he said that, we are both going to roll our Pokemon speed die, and we are going to start this battle. You get to add a very big bonus to this roll. I do not.
I'm counting on it.
It is almost guaranteed that you will be going first.
Ooh, maybe.
To remind everyone, Gavin is considered an ace trainer, and they have an ability that allows them to add their intelligence die to their Pokemon speed rolls when concerning turn order.
Whoa.
So fast.
Quickity quick.
It's a multiple of 7.
It's a multiple, so I'm going to say 21, probably?
You got it.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
21.
That is much higher than what Pawniard has rolled. So at this moment, the crowd has disappeared for you. You are in an empty warehouse with just you, Pawniard, Prince, and Silver. What are you commanding Prince to do in this moment?
Stay on the attack, Prince! Double kick!
Okay, so Prince is going to make the distance at this point and just run forward?
Yep.
Okay, what's that look like?
Every single attack is 1 square. So, Gavin threw the Pokeball, it got called, and Prince never stopped running the second he was out of the Pokeball.
Never stopped running.
He was out of the Pokeball and straight forward.
Absolutely. So yeah, feet on the ground, immediately making up that distance. What's Prince's speed real quick?
Prince's speed is 7 squares.
Okay, then he can absolutely make the 6 square distance at this point in time to get there. Yeah, you. What does the double kick look like as you rocking up?
So once he's a rabbit. He's a danger rabbit. So he sprints forward as fast as his little little legs will take him, and then right as he gets within range, he bounces forward like if you're familiar with Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And he leaps forward with both legs, and then he just goes forward with lands both feet onto Pawniard's face and just hits both.
Boom.
We'll see if they land.
Boom. Yeah, let's see if they land. I'll go ahead, and it's separate attack rolls for both, so let's roll for the first one.
Yep.
Rabbit kicks him in the face. Oof.
With the added rank... Oh, I didn't add the rank to the speed roll, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
With the added rank, that's a 20.
Okay, and then go ahead and roll for the second one.
Cool. That's a 14.
I have a cock die. Ah, fuck. I apologize. Ah!
It's on tape. If it's not on the floor, it doesn't count.
No, it doesn't count while it's on the floor. Okay. So, for the first one, you are going to go ahead and crit, and for the second one, you are going to hit.
Let's go.
So
Okay.
narrate what that looks like as he boom immediately.
So on the the first foot was all of Prince's momentum and weight. Granted, he's not particularly heavy, and so all of that went into the first kick, which lands with the crit. And then I don't think Prince was quite anticipating how much he was about to take this thing off its feet. And so it kicks with its second foot to bounce backwards off of Pawnyard. So there's a little
100%.
less because it's using some of the force to move backwards.
Now, what is the wounds on the first attack?
So the first attack is 1 wound, but because Pawnyard is a dark type and a steel type, it gets double weakness to fighting type moves, which is what double kick is. So that would be 3 with a crit.
6. No, sorry. Yeah, it's 6 because it's plus a major. It's plus a major,
plus a
which
major.
is 3 minor.
So
that's 6.
So it's 6 total.
Yep.
And then on the second one, that'll be another 3. So that'll be 3 major wounds.
Oh my god!
With Prince immediately, and there's that moment where Prince jumps off and lands opposite you on the other side of Pawnyard at this point, and as Pawnyard takes the hit, you see it like digs one blade into the dirt and slides ever so slightly, and then wordlessly it hasn't spoken its own name yet at this point. Just gets up and lithely moves back. You can see the dents in its metal helmet head from the thing, but as it does so, you can hear Silver just quietly go, "Take your revenge," is what he says at this point. Go ahead and roll me a physical defense die.
Have some goddamn chill, Jesus.
This is a dark type gym. This is the most emo gym. Yeah.
That's a saucy 6.
Saucy 6. So I'm gonna get a crit on you. With my 19. At this point in time, as your princess off of its face, it has dealt 3 major wounds, which again for boss Pokemon is not enough to take it out yet.
Mm-hmm.
And as it does so, Pawnyard is going to turn, and you see that this flare of just physical red energy begins to flare off of one of its tiny little bladed arms as it turns and just stabs at Prince. So, yes.
Poison point.
We will get to poison point in a second after we resolve wounds. Because revenge deals 3 minor wounds. But if they're targeting a Pokemon that has already inflicted wounds on them this turn, this attack deals double the amount of normal wounds, so it deals 6. And it's a crit, so it's going to deal 9.
Hang on in there!
Okay.
Use 1 friendship point.
You're using a friendship point to keep it a minor wound, yeah. So as Pawnyard turns, and just you see this moment where you can't see Prince at this point, but as you hear the wound hit and you hear like that stop, you yell that as the entire arena has gone silent other than Coryne, Seth, and Vermilion, who are all still cheering for you in this moment. And actually, at this moment, is there anything that you guys want? I know that Coryne, you just yelled something out. Seth, are you wanting to say anything at this moment? Are you reacting in any way? Okay.
I'm just letting it happen, whatever.
You're just letting it happen. So as it turns, you feel that in your gut of like, oh shit, that's gonna one-shot Prince. You yell that out, use 1 point of friendship. Prince digs to the side, and you can see the blade has gone through thigh. It has definitely like fucked up Prince at this point, but Prince is holding on and goes, "It ran!" and it wrenches it out. Poison point. Let's see here.
Come on.
I will say, Pawnyards are steel types and immune to poison type damage.
I was gonna say, I don't know if it'll work.
No!
Oh well, it's fine.
So, but that is Pawnyard's turn. Pawnyard is not expecting Prince to have a second turn, so it's currently Prince's turn.
Come up!
Okay. Do I do the thing that's probably thematically better, or do I just go for like a better likelihood?
You gotta do 1 major wound to this guy.
1 major wound. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Pawnyard resists 9 different damage types.
I'm not gonna like. I feel like thematically Fury Attack would be correct right now, but I'm gonna go with the double kick.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Absolutely.
Nice.
Finish him off, Prince!
Absolutely. You yell that out. Go ahead and roll for your first one.
Come on, you got it.
Wait, explode.
That's 1 off a fucking explosion.
Implode. Do the
that's a
opposite.
21.
I have a 12 plus 10 plus 2. That is going to be a 24.
Oh
No!
my god.
I exploded on my D12.
You've been adding rank, right, Birdie?
Yeah, you added
Yeah,
your
I
rank
did.
to that.
I rolled
Yeah,
a
yeah.
19 plus 2.
Okay, this next one I did not explode on. It's significantly lower.
That's a second 19 plus 2.
Okay, that is gonna 19 plus 2 is gonna be 21. That is not going to crit
yeah.
on an 11, but that is going to hit.
That is going to hit, and it will deal 3 points of damage, which is a major wound.
Yes, it is.
Unless it holds on with friendship.
What does the second hit look like at this point as you go in and you miss the first one, but the second one goes in?
On that second one, I think, so, like, it's strange to see a rabbit do this, but it is kind of like that thing where it jumps in the air and then hits with swings with its first leg and then follows it with the second leg.
Absolutely.
I think Prince was very much still recovering from that hit on its first attack. So it swings that first kick wide and then follows up with the second one just straight across the cheek.
Straight across the cheek, just you see at this point, Poniard, you hear a go across the field like that sound, and you even you hear Silver's like intake, even from this far away, intake with the teeth. As Poniard ass over tea kettle backwards and against a boulder, and you hear Silver once again call, "Get up!" And Silver's also going to use a friendship point.
No! You're not friends!
One minor wound.
Do I have to wait for my turn to recall Prince?
So you can recall Prince, but remember, in gym battles, if you swap a Pokemon, they're out.
Right, I know, but Prince is going down this round either. I don't have enough friendship to keep him up, unless he misses.
That is totally up to you. If you want to do that, that's 100% fine. And you could swap in Ava right now and roll Ava's speed die if you'd like.
Yeah, he's not letting Prince go down. You did great, Prince! Come back!
Okay. Yeah, you're going to go ahead and swap Ava out. Can you go ahead and roll Ava's speed die? And you get to add the same bonus that you've always added.
Coryne is like clapping and is like, "Way to protect your Pokemon! Yeah, that's right!"
You even goes, yeah!
19.
Seth, do you say anything in this point in time?
No, I'm still just watching.
Okay, sounds good. So, with a 19, you immediately hear Staravia as Ava just appears in the battlefield.
As he throws Ava's Pokeball, he goes, "Ava, this is what you've been waiting for!"
100%. Ava, and you can see the golden glint of the sharp beak even from here. Like in the stadium lights, Ava was born to gym battle. And this is exactly what Ava's doing. As you can hear, there's like nobody knows what this Pokemon is if they're from here. They've never seen either of these Pokemon. Poniard and Staravia are not native to the Kanto region. So this is a very exotic battle for the people who are watching this. Yeah, so as you are there, Ava appears. It is going to go ahead and be Poniard's turn. Poniard is going to get up and look around for a second and not see initially Ava, as Ava is in flight. And you hear Silver go, "The target's in the sky." Yeah, what's up?
His Intimidate trigger.
Intimidate would trigger, yeah.
So it has they have their attack die size lowered.
As you see Staravia as Ava and there's like that very intimidating visage of like the sharp beaked face and the wings, you see this moment where this Pokemon should shrink. It should feel scared. But you see its defiant eyes and visage look up, as if its attack die were already not a D20, it would actually raise, because this Pokemon has the ability Defiant. When this Pokemon is hit by a move or ability that would lower a stat die by at least one size, it increases the attack die size by 2. Yeah, Defiant is a very spooky ability.
That's outrageous.
So, at this point in time, it is Poniard's turn. Poniard is going to look up at Ava, and at this point, it's going to its two hands against each other, creating this awful, tormenting ring noise. Can Ava please roll her HP die?
That's a 16.
16? Damn, what is her HP die?
D10.
D10, okay.
Nice.
Ava is not tormented at this point in time, as Torment would enrage the target, making them unable to use the same move twice in a row until Fainted swapped or battle end.
That wouldn't have been the worst.
It wouldn't have been the worst, but it would have definitely limited your options.
Yeah.
So at this point, the Torment from Poniard, but that is ineffective, and now passes to Ava's turn.
All right, Ava, hit him with everything you got. Wing attack.
100%. Go ahead and roll to hit as Ava dives. That is not an explode, so it is not going to succeed at this point in time. As Ava, what's the damage on that one? Reduce it by 1 minor wound as well.
Okay, that's 2 wounds with a stab bonus and a sharp beak. So that would be 4 reduced to 3.
Reduced to 3. Let's see here. Is Bishop still at 4 friendship? I think at this point Silver's gonna use another point.
No, come on.
As at this point, Ava dives, and you hear the beak just fully impact on both of Bisharp's arms as they hold it up at this point. You are reducing the amount of resources that they have access to at the moment. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a set number of friendship that every Pokemon on this team has been given, and none of them are an unreasonable amount. I would not cheat you guys like that.
No.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Ponyard started with 5, he's at 3 right now. And after 3 is where things start getting sketchy in terms of if a trainer wants to do that.
How so did Ponyard have to close the distance to do what it lasted?
It didn't, no, because that has a range of 8, so Ava would have had to do the distance.
So how much has Ava had to move?
I'm gonna say 3 squares. It is
3
not
squares.
not a far amount.
Okay, so Ava's gonna fly 5 squares into the air.
Okay, yeah, 100%. Using up that that ranged ability. As Ponyard like brushes it off, Silver goes, "That's fine. That's enough, Ponyard." And you see that Ponyard disappears into the Pokeball, and immediately Silver tosses a ball up into the air, and it pops back, and he catches it, and appears a pitch black Pokemon, slightly smaller than Ava. You see this like black bird with almost like a hat-like series of feathers above it, with a yellow beak, a familiar Murkrow from those of you who did the research on this Pokemon.
Aerial flight.
As currently, both of you are down 1 Pokemon. And it's gonna, I gotta roll speed for Murkrow, because Murkrow's just as fast as Ava is.
I re-roll.
You do not. I have your 19 from last time.
As soon as Murkrow, or as soon as the Ponyard gets recalled, Coryne starts up a chant like, "Ava! Ava! Ava!"
It takes everyone around you a hot second to realize that Ava is that Pokemon. Can you go ahead and roll me a charm roll?
Oh.
I've been
I will
shouting Ava
try.
pretty hard.
You have
Yeah,
been.
advantage on that.
Yeah. If Seth wants to take part,
Yeah, I'll join in.
okay, go ahead and add your charm roll to Corinne's charm roll. So go ahead and also roll a charm roll for me.
That's gonna be a 4.
Okay, and then what did you roll?
I rolled a 14, so a total of 18.
Total of 18. Between the two of you, even Seth, even just like clarifying for other people as you start shouting, Seth leaning over and going, "Yeah, that's the bird.
That's Pokemon.
That's that
That's
Pokemon."
Pokemon. That's
I see that
Pokemon.
as a very Seth move.
That's Pokemon's name.
You see that the people on your guys' side of the bleachers are just like, ah! You guys, with your guys' die what they are. Seth, you would hear one of the people behind you go, "Yeah, I hear the group this guy's traveling with, all of them are supposed to be like up and coming trainers who are at Pallet Town. We should all keep our eyes out on this ones."
Are we all from Pallet Town technically? Does that make sense? Is that a thing? Where
Started.
did you hear that from?
He's referring to
I'm
the
from Pallet Town.
emergency at Pallet Town.
Oh,
Like
gotcha,
the
gotcha,
event
gotcha.
that just happened at Pallet Town.
Okay.
Oh.
Contextually,
Yeah.
you are correct.
Like, people are now attributing, "Oh, you succeeded there, and you're succeeding here."
We're the
It seems like you guys might be garnering a bit of a reputation, is what it sounds like. So, as that is happening, I rolled a 21 for Murkrow's speed.
Holy shit.
So, Murkrow is going to pop out and immediately get to take a turn.
My
Let's
God.
see here.
Does
As
Intimidate apply, or is that just
Mur-
when...
That would actually totally apply to Murkrow, so I will drop the attack die by a size. That is good to know. Yeah, Intimidate will immediately apply.
My defense
Okay.
isn't great.
No, that's really good to know. As Murkrow appears, Ava is already this massive bird and much bigger than a small Murkrow. So at this point, that Murkrow immediately like shrinks just a little bit. It already didn't have the biggest attack die, so it's woof, even further. But Murkrow's gonna take its turn. And you're gonna hear very quietly from Silver, "Pulse." And as he says that, Murkrow immediately flares the wings, and a purple-violet pulse of energy woof, in all directions outwards. For your point of view, Gavin, 5 squares is the range on this ability that he's using. Go ahead and roll me a special defense die.
I was worried you were going to say that. Explode.
Nice.
That is a total of 8.
8. That is just one lower than a 9, unfortunately.
No!
So you are going to be hit by this as a dark pulse woof, washes over the entirety of the arena. Even though you guys are not hit by it, you and the audience feel that dark energy in the bottom of your gut just woof, immediately.
I feel like somehow that powered up Vermilion. I don't know Wow.
Vermilion's just like, yes, yes. They're just there like, I'm
Vermilion
more
starts
powerful.
glowing.
Yeah, immediately.
Glowing.
Their hoodie does come down though, and they seem like genuinely in awe of the use of a dark type Pokemon.
Are you in
But as that Dark Pulse hits Ava, Ava's gonna go ahead and take one major wound as it. Actually, this is stab, so it's gonna take one major and one minor. Now we need Ava to roll her HP die
Or not.
because Dark Pulse has an additional effect.
Oh.
I rolled
9.
very low. Okay, Ava does not flinch with the use of the Dark Pulse. So
That's
with
good
that,
to know.
it is now gonna be Ava's turn. What is Ava doing?
Ava is going to quick attack.
Quick attack. Okay, immediately add distance to their movement speed and begin to slam in. What does that look
Wait,
like
hold-
as Ava goes in?
Hold on.
What's up?
Flying type knowledge, because I have that specialism as a trainer.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Flying types don't get resistance to flying types.
Correct.
Okay. So it would just be the same damage as any other Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay. Wing attack.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, 100%.
That is an 18.
That is going to crit.
Yes. Okay. So that's two wounds, stab, and sharp beak for 4.
4.
And
plus
an
a major
additional major wound. So that's
So
2 major
7.
wounds and 1 minor. 1 minor.
Okay, 2 major wounds and 1 minor. All right, immediately. Ava's like a bullet. And what does that look like in this moment as Ava wing attacks?
So when Ava got hit by that pulse, and I think the fact that like resisting that flinch just hardened her resolve, and so she was already headed up, retreating from the attack she made against Pawniard. So she just drops out of the sky, and lets gravity carry her down, and just slams the side of her wing across this Murkrow's face.
Yeah, it's almost like when you hear like a biplane like dropping out of the sky, like you hear that whistling, like the of it like just going and boom, strikes into the side of Murkrow. Murkrow taking an unreasonable amount of damage. Yeah, okay, very cool. At this point in time,
There's no reason for that much damage.
there's no reason. 100%.
None.
As Ava passes by Murkrow, and we pop over to Murkrow's turn. Murkrow's gonna turn, and you see Murkrow just go crow, poof, and swipe one wing across the sky, and you see almost like a wave of like down feathers just like detach from Murkrow's wing and go forward towards Ava. Can you have Ava roll an HP die, please?
10. Saucy.
10. Okay, that's going to be less, unfortunately. As Ava is affected by the status move, Feather Dance. Go ahead and drop Ava's attack die size by 2.
Oh god.
This is an
That's
aerial
no.
battle that I was not expecting. Okay. But that is Murkrow's entire turn.
All right. Then I guess we're going for an. Looking at what I've got, I've got Growl, double team. Ava's gonna go for that wing attack again.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and roll that die. My defense die is not high.
Explodes.
Yep, you're gonna crit. Doesn't matter what you rolled. I rolled minimum on mine. You're going
16 total.
to crit. Yeah, that's higher than my 3.
Okay, so that's another 7 wounds.
Another 7 wounds. Okay, so that's gonna be it's a major. I'm gonna see how much that puts that over. Okay, so that's another major plus it's 2 major. So it's gonna put it over
It would be a total of 14, so that'd be
27.
2 over max.
7. So yeah, because max for them is 12. So it's gonna put 12 plus 14. So yeah, it's gonna be 2 over. So I'm gonna drop 3 friendship points from 8 to 5, and go to 1 minor wound. As you. Because the thing with Pawniard is you kept hitting exactly to 0. If you hit more than over 0, the more friendship I have to spend to keep up. Yeah, 100%. At that point, boof, into Murkrow as Murkrow is getting brutalized in air.
Like because it's 2 flying types, and we've sized up each of the speed, and we know we're pretty much on even grounds there. Ava is not using the distance like she normally would. She's staying in close, and she's just pummeling with wings in the air.
Damn.
Yeah, 100%. Whew, okay, let me see here. What do I want to use for Murkrow?
Nothing. You want to use nothing. You want to use nothing.
Because
Whatever it
Murkrow
is,
doesn't
just,
know.
please miss.
Because Aaron doesn't remember off the top of his head, it's really good because Murkrow doesn't know whether or not Ava's attack defense or special defense is higher. I have to decide between physical or special moves. I've already used Feather Dance and Dark Pulse once, which means I've got, let's see here. Ava has already taken her, no, Ava hasn't taken her turn this round because currently Murkrow's higher in turn order.
Yeah.
Murkrow's gonna go for an Astonish. Let's see here. So Murkrow's going to coat themselves in just ghost type energy, this ghostly pale purple across the beak, and Murkrow is going to slam into Ava trying to make a physical attack. Go ahead and roll Ava's physical defense die.
This is ghost type.
This is a ghost type move, yeah.
I'm immune to ghost type.
Oh, you're a normal type. Fuck. And Silver would totally know that. I apologize. Silver would be absolutely 100% aware. Aaron is an idiot. Aaron is dumb. Hey, it's a really good thing you're immune to Astonish, because if Astonish hits, you just straight up flinch if you haven't taken your turn yet. So it's a really good thing Ava's normal type, but Silver would totally be aware of that. So instead, Silver's gonna go for another Dark Pulse. Go ahead and roll a special attack die. Or special defense die.
Fuck off.
Okay.
So that's 4, 8, 11 plus 2 is 13.
13. Okay. Yeah, no, you succeed across that Dark Pulse as it, at this point, Ava's ready for it and rolls out of the way, and now it is Ava's turn.
And we're finishing off. We had to roll out the way for that Dark Pulse, and I imagine I'll see how it goes. I need to roll first. I got ahead of myself.
You 100% do.
I imagine every time a Dark Pulse goes off, you just hear the very first note of Black Parade.
Yeah, 100%.
You just hear
that is 10.
That is 10. That is going to miss.
Ooh.
At this point in time, as you...
Ava's a massive egotist. Is the crowd chanting helping in any way?
Honestly, go ahead and roll a charm die for Gavin at this point in time. Because at this point, the crowd is easily swayed, especially with your friends having hyped you up. Go ahead and roll a charm die
11.
for Gavin. 11. I think after this round, yes, as Ava pulls out, and even with the miss, you can see the little bit of like the doubt in the narcissism in Ava's brain. And then Ava pulls out of this and hears the Ava. On the next turn, I'll grant you an advantage on your attack roll.
Okay.
So with that, it is going to be Murkrow's turn. I've only got one Dark Pulse left. Do I want to? Yeah, we're going to use our last Dark Pulse. We're going to pop the final Dark Pulse. As there's one more outpost. What'd you roll?
That's 4 and a 3. 7 plus 2 is 9.
It's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll me an HP die.
29 plus 2 is 31.
Okay, you are not flinched, but you are still gonna take the 4 wounds from the Dark Pulse.
Insane.
Jesus.
Exploded twice on the D10.
Okay.
Damn.
Let's see here. So, as you are hit with the Dark Pulse, you can feel Ava just like get knocked towards the ground, but recovers at the last second and flies back up. Silver, by the way, has not commanded anything and is letting Murkrow at this point just battle. So, with that, is going to pop over to Ava's turn.
This is it, Ava! Wing attack!
Okay.
Hate to be a broken record, but it's a good move.
A great move.
I get advantage on this?
You get an advantage, so D4.
Which is a D4, okay. Oh my god. Okay, so that's 3 explosions on the D4.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's
I
bullshit.
I need to be filming this.
For the audience, I'm gonna edit out every time you explode. I'm just gonna have you say your number so that they don't go, this motherfucker's cheating.
Okay, I used a different D4 and I didn't explode this time. So that was a 9 on the D10. 4, 8, 12 plus 3 is 15. So 15 plus 9 is 24 plus 2 is 26.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna crit. I'm not even gonna roll. It's gonna crit. I can't roll higher than that. Let me see real quick if I explode 8 times on my D6. Let me just. Oh shit! Wait. No. Oh shit! Wait. Wait. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna. I want to adjust my camera, but it's gonna fuck up my angles.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. You'll fuck with the recording.
Okay, and that's a 1. Okay. 12,
and that's
1, 3. That's 13. That's still gonna crit.
Like just crits.
Okay, I was like, whoa.
You could have avoided a crit there. You bring him very close to avoiding a crit.
I rolled 661 on my dice. I was like, wait. Everybody,
wait, hang on. Doesn't it need to add ranks?
6 plus is 12. That's gonna be 13. So that's gonna be 15 actually. So
Okay,
no,
so
it's
it
not gonna
doesn't
crit. I avoided a crit. It's still gonna do a lot of
I was
damage
gonna
though.
say,
And what did we
Doesn't
I
it
just
still
want
hurt?
I just want
Roll
to
the
say,
dice.
after all those bullshit explosions, I was honest there. I could have taken that crit, and I didn't.
Okay, what is the damage on that?
So without the crit, that is it's 2 wounds plus stab plus sharp beak. Is just me 4. So that's a major and a minor.
That's gonna be 4. So that means 1 to do it. So that's gonna put us 3 over. Is Silver willing to drop Murkrow below 3 friendship? Is the question. That's the question, because I don't necessarily think he is. No, he's gonna let it go through.
Yes.
He's gonna choose not to push his Murkrow. At this point, as Ava, boom, hits with that final slam, that is going to knock Murkrow into the sand. There is an ashy explosion, and everyone in the crowd goes silent for a moment. Coryne and Seth, if you want to bring the crowd in, what you are going to be the first to react. What is the cry that you use to bring the crowd into just cheers?
I would say either Gavin or Newman, one of the two.
Gavin! Yeah, you both yell Gavin at the same time as
That was the
as
correct
both of you
choice of
yell.
names to use.
As you yell that, everybody else just wow! You still hear some Ava in the background. At this point, as Silver,
Can I pop Prince out real quick?
100%. Prince drop
was
you drop
itching.
Prince on the ground and immediately Prince poof, onto his side. It's like,
I'll pick him up. I'll pick him up so he can enjoy it.
yeah. And Ava lands next to you. Thankfully, not on your shoulder. She's too heavy for that now.
Default strength
At this
die.
point, Silver returns Murkrow and walks down. Once again, the cheers of the crowd are happening, but tunnel vision, it is still battle time. Victory may have happened, but you haven't won yet in your heart. So as the tunnel vision, as you look at Silver, he kind of steps down off the podium, and once again, he's stepping in his very nice shoes into this like dusty sand, and you hear the shh, shh, shh of each step as he walks. I wasn't expecting to have to give out 2 of these in one day.
Probably I'm not sure he can really open his mouth right now, because I think if he tries to open his mouth, he will vomit.
Yep.
So he's just gonna he's clenching his jaw shut, and he's just gonna give a nod of respect to the gym leader.
And Silver's gonna reach out his hand, and there's a small black disc on his palm. As Gavin receives the Dusk badge, his first badge given to him in the Kanto region or any region.
And he's gonna take it, and he's gonna just show it to the crowd.
There's immediately the cheer of like, yeah!
You know the Cabbage Man from Avatar is just
Yeah.
Coryne foaming at the mouth.
So as you guys are all cheering, after Silver has given over the badge, he is not the spotlight. And for those of you who aren't cheering on, who are cheering on Gavin, you actually don't notice him leave. Only Gavin really notices him kind of just walk back out the main hallway doors.
Can I go after him?
So Gavin, I'm going to level with you as a person because you have a very high empathy.
Okay.
At this moment, the intention of leaving at this point is to let the trainer have their debut moment and cheer at this point. So that is totally up to you if you would like to, but that seems to be the intention behind his stepping away.
That's totally fine. No, it's all right.
Yeah.
He'll catch up with him later.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, you guys have already rushed the field, as Seth mentioned earlier. Seth, you and Coryne and Vermilion all pop up. And Vermilion, you see is like rummaging through like a plastic bag as you guys are there and talking, and they're gonna rummage for a minute. So if you guys want to say anything, go for it.
I'm just gonna be carrying that sign. I'll flip it real quick and just do a quick 360 to all the cameras.
Yeah. Do you point it at the corner where you know where the camera is? Do you point it at the
100%. Yeah, no,
Oh,
I'm getting to where the cameras
Dude,
are.
roll me a charm check with an advantage. Like roll a d4 on top of that as well.
Moment. Let me see. Charm. Okay. And advantage is just a D4.
D4 with an advantage, yeah.
It's gonna be that's not that high. It's 5.
5 is still really good, dude. 5 is still real solid. It makes sure that the camera gets a clear look at the sign as you're all cheering. Coryne, were you wanting to say anything in this moment?
No. I just feel like Coryne is just gushing over the Pokemon and is just telling Gavin like how fucking amazing he just did. And Corinne's like, I got some sick shots. They're so fucking cool. Oh my god, I can't wait to show you.
And Myrtle on the shoulder has now grabbed the sign and is going, Squirtle! With the little sign. After a moment, Vermilion finishes rummaging through the little plastic bag, and you feel something plop on your head. As those of you who aren't Gavin immediately see a dollar store little plastic gold crown on Gavin's head.
Not the best look for me. One badge, no.
Why, it's like a... They just like gesture with their hands.
Gavin still has his jaw clenched shut. He hasn't said a word. He just...
Yeah.
He's gonna go to the bathroom.
I think he's gonna throw up. I think he's about to throw up.
Oh no. Oh no.
I think he's gonna throw up.
Okay. Do you need to throw up or something? Is that
Just nod yes
He's
if
gone.
you're...
He's already
He's
gone.
running.
Okay.
Does he know where the bathroom is? I don't... Should we go after
Kyle's
him?
out there. Is Kyle out there?
Kyle should be out there.
He's got a badge. He's
Kyle
fine.
should be out there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, immediately, as you're running out, I'm assuming you can make some sort of hand sign to Kyle, and Kyle will point towards the bathroom if you want.
Pull door. It's a push door. It's wait.
Yeah, 100%.
Whether or not Gavin actually vomits, leave that up to the audience.
Yeah, that's your headcanon, whether or not he throws up.
But he comes out later on looking a little better for having gone in. That was just the adrenaline leaving his body.
It is actually, as Gavin comes out of the bathroom, he's actually found with the rest of his friends. While he's in the bathroom, the rest of you actually would be approached by a couple different people during that time. You hear a lot of random people asking, like, was that really, like, his debut fight? Like, is that the whole team? You guys are traveling with him. Are you guys that good? Have either of you done your gym battles yet? And eventually you hear a familiar southern draw as you hear a, damn, that was a good fight. As you turn and you see Tanner behind you guys, all having snuck into the gym to watch the second half of the fight.
Tanner!
Pussy boy.
That was a real good bat. Where's he gone? Where's he?
Go to the restroom. I think he got some sand in his shoes. Needed to get out.
Yes.
Well, that was major impressive. I'm real excited for my battle tomorrow now, because that was something.
It's gonna be cool.
We're excited for your battle. We can't wait to watch.
Yeah, no, but that was... Have you guys, either of you, had your gym badges? Yeah, battles yet? Did you get the badge?
Coryne.
Pops out her
nice.
badge.
And then, when's your battle gonna be?
I don't know. I guess I could go sign up for one now that they've gotten theirs, but that seems a bit weird to do, but I guess I could do it. I don't know. We'll see.
If you don't want to challenge, this gym's got a reputation. Ain't nobody gonna think less of you if you don't do this gym first thing.
I feel like if with everyone else asking these questions, it's like 2 out of 3 not doing it, or 2 out of 3 and then 1 not doing it. It just seems weird, so I might as well just to get the stat out of the way.
All right. If you, that's totally up to you. But yeah, I don't have my gym battle till tomorrow, but I just want to come by and congratulate you guys, because that was a hell of a fight. Woo. And as he's there, like, as I've established before, for anyone who's not remembering Tanner, audience that's included, it's been a few weeks. Tanner is this kind of like early 20s trainer who's been in it for a few seasons, little like grizzly, like stubble going on, cowboy hat, vest, and everything like that. And his single Pokeball on his waist. You still have no idea what his ghost type Pokemon is, but that's as far as you remember.
But we know it's a ghost type.
You know it's a ghost type.
See it tomorrow.
Which, as you're there, you remember ghost types. Not very effective against dark types at all. Very bad against dark types, actually.
Yeah, but he was doing some weird stuff.
Yeah.
I look at Tanner and I say, well, now that you've seen him fight, how do you feel about your fight tomorrow? What do you think?
I feel like that Ponyard, if that comes out, I can take care of that. No problemo. I got plans for all 3 of them. I got plans for the Ponyard, the Murkrow. I got them all.
Really?
Interesting.
Okay. Excited to see.
I'm real excited.
Tell him about the Houndour.
You didn't see the fight with the Houndour. You want to tell him about it?
Ooh, yeah, I do.
You saying there's a Houndour? That's a fire type. That's going to be a little harder.
Nope, I give up. I can't do that.
I can't. I give up. I go home. I'm leaving.
not doing
No.
this.
I could
Okay.
toss the tackle in. I'm done.
I'm still pretty confident I can take out a hand to her, but I don't think it's not gonna be as easy as the Poniard and the Murkrow. I got things to do against both of them.
All right.
All right. Well, what are y'all doing for dinner? You gonna go out and celebrate?
We're going to Denny's.
Yo, we're going to Denny's. Let's go to
Cannon.
Denny's. I'm excited
I
for
hadn't
some
really thought
Denny's.
of it.
We
I
go
mean,
to
are we
the-
going to Denny? Is there a
You
Denny's?
can go to
Are we
the
going
International House of Waffle if you want.
The IHOW?
Don't.
The IHOW?
Don't do that.
Gavin comes out of the bathroom. The IHOW? We going to
Yeah,
IHOW?
we can go to IHOW. That's how you want to
IHOW
celebrate. Yeah, we have
Let's go
IHOW.
to IHOW.
It's all spelled with
International.
unknown letters.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, absolutely, Matt. If anyone wants to give us an iHouse sign that's spelled in unknown letters,
Oh,
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
It's got the little unknown question mark symbol.
Yeah. As you're all saying that, Tanner does like throw a hand your way though. Gavin he goes, "That was a real good battle on your part."
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, you definitely set the stage for what battles here should look like. You've done a good job.
Well, if you want to hang out, we can rewatch Corinne's fight earlier.
Oh
on.
yeah,
It was-
we can do that while we're at IHOW because you all just promised me dinner. I mean, that's where we're going. I don't care if I pay or not, but we're all going to dinner together.
Follow up. Weird. It does cost money for these things.
Yeah, I figured I would pay a celebratory
Okay.
dinner for you guys because you
When you
just
say
got your.
you promised me dinner, that sounds as though we're offering to pay, and I don't have any money.
No,
So-
you're okay. I mean,
Just
more
kinda
you.
don't.
I wanted some of your time. That's more value to me than any money.
Gotcha. Clarification. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. It is. Spending time with good folk is just a reward into itself.
On the topic of money, did we get paid for our gym battles?
Have either of you checked your Pokegear since your gym battle?
On the topic of money, I
was
would do
talking
now.
about it.
Hey, as you look down, you check your account and you see a deposit for 2,000 Poke in each of your accounts who have won the gym battle.
I high five the fuck out of Gavin's
You both have money now. Yeah, and Tanner's like, yeah, no, I just figured. I apologize if that wasn't as it sounded when I say promised. It was more to spend time with me because I think spending time with good folk, especially good battlers, is more valuable than the price of a dinner.
Boy, howdy, ain't it?
That's really kind.
Ain't nothing but normal hospitality. And Vermilion goes, am I also coming?
Yes.
Of course you're coming.
Yeah, let's. Okay, well then. I mean, I don't know. I'm not battling.
No,
things.
Vermilion, I'm gonna make you snacks, and you can just eat outside. Is that what you want?
I mean,
No,
your snacks
God.
suck, but you know it's
yeah,
okay.
You can
Okay.
not comment on them. It's fine. We're
Yeah,
we're
okay.
moving.
And you guys are saying all this on your walk to dinner, and Tanner is going to treat you guys to a lovely diner dinner at this.
Hold on,
at
guys,
this
hold on,
IHOW.
guys. Before we leave, and
Okay.
Gavin runs to the help desk where Kyle is, and just is like, Kyle, catch. Just gives him the biggest
Just
high
a
five.
great high five.
The kind that hurts.
Yeah, it's my hand sting after doing that. So you guys head to the IHOW, dropping off your Pokemon at the Poke Center, where you actually see Leader Silver leaving, having also dropped off his Pokemon there. And
Leader Silver.
yeah,
I just wanted to thank you for a really great battle.
that was a really good fight. That was a
And-
good debut battle.
And for being a great sport as well.
It's one of the things that pay us to do is be a good sport. Not everybody can be Lieutenant Surge, you know.
Yeah, that guy's mean.
But I also want to take some time to mention, and he turns to Coryne. Just because your friend had a very public battle does not mean you didn't also have a very good showing for your first battle. So,
Thanks.
both of you did very, very well. Now, Wake, if you and that Totodile ever want to come by the gym, I'd be happy to have a battle.
Think about it.
Okay? Doesn't even have to be for a badge.
Well, I feel like it would kind of be pointless if that were the case, if I didn't do it for a badge, so most likely it'll be for a badge, but noted.
Here's this. If you battle me before you leave town, what I was talking about earlier is I'll set you up with a breeder friend of mine who you can maybe trade some notes with.
Cool. Care to name drop, or are you going to wait?
I'm going to wait. That's part of the win.
Oh,
Fair.
Does it rhyme with rock?
I will say she works at a very premier company.
She.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
Premier
Maybe,
company.
yes. Deal
Okay.
for now. I'll think
Okay.
about it. I'm hungry, so
All
I'm
right.
gonna go eat.
You guys have good dinner.
Ooh.
And
See you
Tanner's
around?
yeah, as you guys walk away, Tanner's gonna like elbow you in the side and be like, I didn't realize y'all were getting chummy with the gym leader.
Yeah, well, I think he knows my dad is the thing.
Why would he know your dad?
I'll point to my gym, my swim trunks, and be like, Cerulean.
Oh, I thought you were just a fan.
Seth.
You're part of that gym?
No, you thought I would name myself Wake after just
I-
because I'm a fan?
I mean, there's a lot of water tap trainers, you know, and it's a
Scratch
pretty
that. I
common
have met
last
Poke
name.
Fanatics. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. My bad. No,
Fanatics
I'm
are-
his son.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So if you see him, you'll have seen him. I don't really know. I have nothing to let you know to do.
Uh,
Oh my god.
you guys
I love
have
Seth.
a lovely dinner at iHow. Oh my goodness.
I love iHow.
Tanner is as lovely as he is, very talkative. And it does come to a point where you see Vermilion's social battery do this. And you can make the decision to either head back with Vermilion or you can stay out later with
Well,
Tanner.
partner, it's time we hit the trail. It's an early day ahead of us, and you got your battles at what time tomorrow? It's
Gonna be bright and early.
bright and
I
early.
think 7 a.m. is when
Why
I've
is
got
Seth
it.
talking like that?
Yeah, why are you accent mimicking me? That's a little
It's a
offensive.
fun thing I learned. Mr. Mime was Pokemon we raised a while back.
Definitely, 100%. In-universe explanations for everything. But yeah, no, absolutely. I'll see y'all tomorrow at the gym then when I go in for my battle.
Sounds like
Absolutely.
a plan.
All right.
Bleary eyed, but ready to watch. Yeah.
All right, y'all have a lovely night.
You too.
And he kind of goes off, and you hear him whistling as he leaves. And as he leaves, you hear the like of a Pokeball opening, and just the slightest like feminine ghostly chuckling.
Ooh, Poke check.
Got
Yeah.
Do a
that?
Poke check.
You want
Guess and then roll.
difficulty 15 is a very high
Holy
difficulty check.
Education or
shit.
which one?
This one is going to be a Poke lore check for this one.
Lore bars. I got that.
I
Okay,
have
cool.
a +2. What's my?
If you want to roll, go for it.
Yeah.
I think I'm.
If you guys want to put your head together, I'll let you add your scores together, your rolls together.
Ah, that wasn't mine, but whatever.
I'm saying
I'll
if you guys
add.
want
I
to
got
put
a
your head together
5.
and talk about it as you're walking away, I'll
Definitely.
let you add
I'll
them all
add
together.
I've been guessing this whole time in my head before this session.
Mhm.
I think I know what it is. I'm just gonna wait.
Add a
it's another
5 to
five.
that.
Okay. And then what'd you
I
get?
got a 9.
5 plus 5 plus 9 is 19, which is higher than difficulty 15.
You guys have been adding your rank to that, right?
Well, so
Oh, we've
not
got badges
Pokemon
now!
ranks. Yeah, your badges though.
Well, you know.
So that would be a 6 from me.
Yeah. Okay. 2 of you have badges. Yeah, you've
Can
done
I
the.
say my guess
leveling up.
first of what I think it is?
What is your guess?
I think it's a Mischievous.
Definitely somewhere in that family.
That's the baby version, right?
Yup. That is
Or
the
you
baby
think it's
version.
The bigger version? He's gonna go with the. All right, whatever.
It sounded like a full-grown woman's laugh.
I don't know the other name of the form.
Miss Magius.
Miss
That's the name of the Pokemon. You guys head back to the Poke Center. At this point in time, all Pokemon that have been left here have finished healing, including a mortally wounded Beedrill that is now at full health.
Oh.
So you can handle that tonight if you want, or you can handle that tomorrow.
Gavin would want to handle that as soon as possible.
Okay. Do you want everyone to be present or no? Because your friends are willing to be there for you if you would like
We're
them
all
to be.
behind the corner of a wall, just like.
It's like Scooby-Doo on the door, just like...
He's open for them being there, but keeping their distance from the actual interaction.
So I think it's exactly like Seth said, and everybody Scooby-Doo's around a corner for
A
it.
little bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Who's on the top of the Scooby-Doo chain, by the way, real quick? Is it Bowie or
Coryne?
is it Myrtle? That's my question.
Oh.
Corinne standing on top of Bowie and Myrtle.
I'll actually, while that's happening, I'll dip away.
Okay.
From that.
Okay, I'm gonna come to what you're doing in a second then. I'm interested in whatever that is.
So then Myrtle.
There you go. So Myrtle's on top. It's quick. But there is
I
you're back
much
at that
prefer
training
the
field.
idea of Coryne balancing on top of Merle's head.
That shell's hard enough.
The shell, yeah, is what I'm thinking. It's almost like a Koopa shell in Mario.
Oh my god.
Gavin, you go back out to a training yard. What are you doing here? You're at the training yard. You have your Pokeballs, all 3 of them.
Would it have been possible for us to go to the edge of town instead?
That's a bit of a walk, but technically doable if you want to walk out there in the dark, because it is after dark after you finish dinner.
He's not leaving town. He's going to where town meets the woods.
Okay, that's very doable. So everybody else is going to head out for their little hike after the Poke Center if you want to go be supportive, whereas Seth is going to stay behind at the Poke Center. Okay.
I'll be going somewhere else.
Okay, sounds good. So, yeah, you guys can walk to the edge of town. That's totally fine.
And once they get there, he's gonna kneel down. He's gonna to one knee, and he's gonna pop Beedrill out right in front of him.
As you kind of open that Pokeball, and you immediately see the form, maybe 3.5 feet tall, of this Beedrill. The large stingers immediately solidifying into these like ivory, almost lenses on the edge of its arms, building into that yellow body with the brilliant red eyes. And you've released it, and it's immediately in the air, so it's zzz. And it seems to be standing there, and it's looking around.
Hey there. I'm Gavin. We battled earlier.
Beedrill.
And
you immediately see the stinger like go up to the torso and feel, and there's like no wound or injury.
Yeah, we brought you to get patched up. I'm really sorry for what happened. It went a lot further than I had planned, and that's my fault.
Can you do me a favor, Gavin, of rolling me a Pokemon lore check and then a Pokemon handling check, and give me the 2 separate numbers?
One of those is drastically lower than the other. One of those is with a 1 on the die, and my new badge, that's a 2.
Okay.
On the Poke lore, and then Poke handling from a D6 to a D20. That's a 15. 14 plus 1.
Gavin is not aware of this.
Oh no,
but I'm going to let
3, so that would be 17, sorry.
Gavin is not aware of this, but I will let Burrty know. Beedrill, as part of a hive Pokemon and an insect type or a bug type Pokemon, are not particularly. They're not all there all the time. It's very hard to get complex ideas past a bug type Pokemon. Obviously, they can have aspirations and feelings, and but speaking to them normally, especially hive-based Pokemon like Beedrill, is very hard to talk to. Gavin is unaware that he's saying a lot of big things, that it is very hard for a Beedrill to understand what is being said to him. But he's saying it earnestly enough and with enough care that the Beedrill gets the vibe of like this person feels some sort of sympathetic emotion towards it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
As he's saying these things, it's kind of drifting ever so slightly, hovering in place because it has, a levitating speed with its wings. And it is there. It doesn't seem like it understands the problem at the moment.
Okay.
No.
He's gonna simplify things.
Okay.
I hurt you.
Beedrill.
I don't want to hurt you again.
Beedrill.
I would like to be friends.
Beedrill.
You can stay, or you can go home.
As you say that, go ahead and roll me one more Pokemon handling check.
That is 8 plus 2 plus 1 for 11.
Okay. As you say that, it sort of like drifts.
Actually, can I voluntarily... I rolled my int die for that. I'd rather roll my charisma.
Oh, your charm die? Yeah, absolutely.
My charm, yeah, sorry. Okay. That is technically higher. Is that alright? Or
That's
I can
fine.
drop it to what it was on the int?
That's fine. You roll your choice of die for your stat rolls. That's totally up to the purview of the player.
Okay, so that would be 12, which technically explodes. Ugh, I don't want to manipulate this thing. That's 19 plus 3 is a 22.
Charm is not necessarily manipulation. It is more of your outward feeling towards another person. Charm doesn't necessarily need to be manipulative or used in a negative way. And as you kind of like earnestly express yourself through your charm, not using your words, but more letting yourself flow with this empathy, the Beedrill kind of like drifts towards the forest and looks very confused as you're telling it kind of like you could go home or stay. And it kind of just goes back and just goes, Beedrill. And point, and like it's been monotone this whole time. It goes Beedrill and points both of its hands towards its Pokeball. Beedrill. Beedrill?
You want to stay? I hold it up.
Beedrill.
You just push that button there.
And you see it like, and it like misses and almost skewers a finger for a second and goes, ding, and it absorbs into the Pokeball. And as it's getting absorbed into the Pokeball, you remember that Pokemon are incredibly complex, incredibly intelligent individuals, and even though some of them have a very hard time understanding things, they're all still very sapient Pokemon. But Gavin has been treating this Beedrill in a way that is different than how one should treat a Pokemon. He's been treating the Beedrill like a human. And the reason this is different is not to say that Pokemon aren't sapient, they aren't intelligent, but they have very different outlooks on life. This Beedrill is not upset about being defeated and almost dying because of the intentionality of the commands given. A Pokemon knows when it is being abused. A Pokemon is aware when someone is malicious towards it. A Pokemon is also very aware of when someone is empathetic towards it. And it knows when things are accidents. This Beedrill doesn't understand the problem because it knows that there was never malicious intent towards it. So this Beedrill is very confused and just goes back into his Pokeball.
Okay.
And you're left standing there, just kind of 20 feet away from Vermilion, Coryne, and Myrtle, who are all just standing there watching you have this interaction, as I feel like you're just a bit dumbfounded at this point in time, as that realization comes to you of what Pokemon, how in tune Pokemon are with the people who are around them.
He wants to stay.
Vermilion just hears a from above her and is like, "That's great."
So wait, then it's okay with staying, is what he said.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
I should talk to my Weedle at some point.
Coryne like
God.
guffaws and starts
You
like
threw
laughing.
rocks at.
Oh my god.
Forgot about the Weedle.
I think your Weedle will be okay.
But Gavin, as you're standing there, Vermilion's gonna walk up, and I assume Coryne will follow when Vermilion walks up.
Oh yeah.
Vermilion's gonna pull them both into a hug and go, well, yeah, I mean, obviously it wants to stick around. Like, Pokemon know when you're being an asshole, and you weren't trying to do that.
Well, I mean, it's also like a super powerful Pokemon. Maybe it would have thought that I wasn't hot shit, and then
I
we
mean,
didn't
yeah,
stick around.
Beedrill's pretty strong, you know.
It's entirely possible.
Oh, that's
Guys,
a
it's
yawn.
late.
I'm real tired. Want to go back to the Poké Center?
Yeah, I'm beat.
Yeah.
You gonna
I mean,
name that
unless you
Beedrill?
guys want to
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna name it? Something like Sting, or like Buzz? You know, like Buzz Aldrin. You know, like.
You're telling me Buzz Aldrin exists in the Pokemon world?
I'm gonna say yeah, they made it to the moon in the last 20 years. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say they did
Of
it.
course, they
my
had
God.
Deoxys and all the stuff in Hoenn. What are you talking about? They made it
Yeah.
to the moon.
They made it to the moon. Well, actually, I think in Pokemon canon, they've never made it to the moon, if I remember correctly. It's one of the theories that Pokemon came from the moon. I don't know. The nerds are gonna chew us out in the comments if you guys keep asking questions. It's the problem.
This is
Someone's
why I
gonna
don't
put some
ask
sort of
questions.
evidence. Yeah, don't ask questions. just live with it. But I assume each of you head back towards the Pokemon Center.
What about Stripe?
Stripe? That's pretty good.
Because he's stripy. He's got black and yellow stripes. What do you think of that one, Corinne?
Yes. It's
I
it's
feel like-
fine.
I
don't
feel
mind
like
it.
I think you
I feel
don't
like
like
Seth
it.
is really good at this. We should toss these by Seth at some point.
Great.
I'm not
Great
gonna
suggestion.
I'm not gonna decide right now. I'm gonna sleep on it. It's been a long day.
Sounds good. And as you guys all kind of head back, Gavin, there is that kind of like feeling of like, it's not levity. it's not a you feel lighter than you normal in your chest, but there is a little bit of that weight rolling back out of your chest of like, and then it kind of rolls back forward and you feel a little bit darker in your chest as you go, as it really clicks in your brain. Pokemon know when they're being hurt and when their owner is malicious. And that makes all of your memories so much worse. So, as you guys head back to the Poke Center, Seth, you were off on an adventure all on your own. What were you up to?
Yeah, I kind of robbed like 4 more Poke Centers. It's crazy what you do as an undercover team. I'm kidding.
You would be dead.
From
you
the
would be dead.
beginning.
You'd be so dead.
No, you just see the cornucopia peel away and it's just an R. No, I will make my way back over to the gym and I'll go talk to Kyle.
Okay, yeah, 100%. The gym at this point is like shut down as a gym, but you can see that there's still a light on and the door is unlocked.
I was just gonna knock on the door and be like, Kyle, open the door. I don't want to guess. Do it for me.
Okay, as you walk up and you say it, because Kyle, you can still see the desk. He goes, you see a hand wave, and a second later, there's it as the door opens.
I was gonna push. See,
yeah, and it opens outwards. There you go. Yeah,
that's why I appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna level with you. I am not sure. I kind of eyes glazed over when everyone else is signing up. What are the times for tomorrow? I know that there's Tanner in the morning.
Tanner's our only one for tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
You can go right after Tanner.
Let's
at like
go
7:30
immediately after. I don't want any time. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
you can put it whatever.
No, yeah. If you want to go 7:30, that's the first slot available after Tanner.
Sure. I only just have my Totodile. So,
okay. One Pokemon battle then.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm gonna level with you. I mentioned this before. He is a super big soft spot for Totodile because of the amount of Dark type moves they can learn.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably just gonna send out Houndour against you.
Can I make a request?
Yeah.
Can you have him use his Umbreon?
Oh no, you're serious.
Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
You put up a good offer, and I don't want to.
That's a rank 5 Pokemon. You're okay with that?
I mean, if I lose, I lose, and I'm sure Bowie's fine with it, right?
Okay. Yeah. No, I can put in that request for him. It's always up to the challenger.
I mean, he could always say no too, but
Yeah. Is Bowie out during this conversation?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Bowie looks up to you and goes, Totodile. Just like the biggest smile on his face.
We'll be fine. We'll figure it out. But like, just keep it on. If he says no, he says no. But what are you gonna do?
I mean, given who you are, he's probably gonna say yeah.
I mean, I think he'll have fun. I'll have fun. Bowie's Bowie. So I feel like we're gonna just figure it out, and then hopefully,
if you think his Umbreon is your challenge, then absolutely go for it. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's gonna set you way ahead of a lot of the other competition.
Do I think? No. Do I know? Also no. We're just gonna do it. It keeps it fun because again, I didn't expect to do this, but I feel like I'm not feeling like I have to do it. But I mean, while I'm here, why not just go all out, right, Bowie?
Totodile.
So you heard it from him. So
All right. Yeah, 1v1. I can request the Umbreon for tomorrow. You'll know when you get here tomorrow morning what you're fighting.
Sounds like a plan. Is he still here, by the way?
No, he's gone for the night.
Gotcha.
It's just me. I'm doing all the leftover just paperwork for the night.
Cool. Sounds good. I was gonna say he wanted me to get the information for the person. Did he tell you about like what we were offering our battle about? Like our side negotiation?
Kyle would definitely be in the know on whatever conversation he had.
Okay. He wanted me to get the information on at least the initials of the person. He didn't tell me who it is, obviously, for like special whatever. But I'm trying to figure out and guess. Do you have the initials of the person?
Sly move. It's a big shot. I can't tell you who though.
Dang it. Okay. All right. I thought I'd try. All right. Goodbye.
Sounds good. All right. And as you hear that, there is definitely that moment where Kyle giggles as you leave, and Bowie kind of goes over and hops up onto the shoulder, pulling with the backpack up.
Okay. You gotta warn me next. Okay. All right. We're good.
And he bonks the bottom of his head onto the top of yours.
Okay. So you know what that means, though. Like, I know
Yeah.
we're usually chill,
So
but
did
maybe
I.
focus up to.
So did
All right,
I.
we're fine. All right, whatever. We'll just keep going.
Yeah. Is you guys gonna be
I'm just
ready
gonna
for
be
your
start thinking
fucking?
of different meal prep ideas to figure out what we're gonna
Oh
have
yeah.
for the hearty breakfast prior to that. Like I could
Okay.
not the fastest, but okay.
As Seth and Bowie walk back towards the Pokemon Center, it is a very quiet night in Viridian City. And that's where we're going to end today's episode of Unbeatable, a Kanto Journey. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this episode.
Yes!
We really appreciate it. And remember, if you appreciate us and want to get access to some of our documents, some of our like early episodes, things like that, go subscribe to our Patreon, which is linked in the doobly-doo, as the Vlogbrothers would say.
We're not. So
We're not.
Dong.
Dombly dong? Is that what you just said to me?
Yes, that's what we said, and that's what it is.
Thank you for watching this episode of Unbeatable. If you want to support our podcast, please subscribe here and head on over to our Patreon. Our patrons get access to early episodes, bonus content, and rule breakdowns for our games. Thank you for sticking around and being unbeatable.
I am unbeatable. I'll train until I meet my goal. If stakes are high, no, I won't fold because I am unbeatable. Earning every badge, whatever it takes. I'm gonna be the best trainer. You just wait, and I know the road ahead looks like it won't be easy. I am unbeatable. Standing by my side, got my friends with me to explore a whole world of possibilities. But no matter what the challenge is, we can overcome it together. Because we are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fold because we are unbeatable. We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fold because we are unbeatable.